Hello children, in the last class we have learnt about the weather and climate. There are many factors that influence the climate of a region. It might be hot, dry and sunny today where we live, but in other parts of the world it might be cloudy or it might be raining or even snowing. Why do you think there is so much of difference in the climate? Well, the difference in climate is because of the different factors that affect the climate. The factors that influence climate of a particular region depends on the latitude and angle of the sun's rays, distance from the sea, height above sea level, wind, and humidity. In the first video, we learned that the earth is spherical in shape and it circles around the sun. It rotates around the sun. Moreover, the earth is tilted on its axis. So because of this, the sun's rays do not fall evenly all over the earth. The equator, which is near to the sun, it receives direct sunlight. Therefore, the regions that fall on the equator line have hot and wet climate. The sun's rays fall with a slant on the polar regions, that is the North Pole and the South Pole. These regions are situated far away from the sun. Therefore, these regions have a cold and freezing climate. So based on these facts, the earth is divided into three climatic zones. Let's learn what are the three climatic zones. The first zone is the torrid zone. The torrid zone is the region that lies closest to the equator. Equator is the line of latitude that is at the center of the earth, right? So this torrid zone lies closest to the equator and it lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. The regions that fall in this torrid zone, they have a climate which is hot and wet. The next climatic zone is the temperate zone. The temperate zone is the region that lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. The regions of this zone, they have severe winters and scanty rainfall. What is meant by scanty rainfall? That is insufficient amount of rainfall. So this temperate zone, it lies between Arctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere, and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. What is the climate like? The climate is usually having severe winters and very less amount of rainfall. The third type of climatic zone is the frigid zone. This zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. In the south, it lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. These regions are also called as polar regions or tundra regions. Why are they called as polar regions? Because they have up to 24 hours of daylight in summer and very little or no sunlight during the winters. The next factor that influences the climate of a region is distance from the sea. The regions close to the sea have a moderate climate, that is, they are neither hot nor cold. Whereas the regions that are not near the coast, they have extreme climate. This climate usually has hot summers and cold winters. The land heats up faster than water. When the sun's rays falls on the land will heat up much faster than water. So when this land gets heated up, the hot air from the land, it rises up and the cool air from the sea will take its place. Coastal areas therefore enjoy refreshing breeze and cool breeze during the summers. When cooler ocean air moves towards the land. The next factor that influences climate of a region is the height above the sea level. The height above the sea level is called as altitude. As we go higher from the sea level, the temperature decreases. If you look at the image, there's a person standing near the sea level. And if you look at the image on the right side, at the center, you see that same person is standing on a mountain peak. So the bottom place where he is standing, that is the sea level. So when this person starts going higher, it is called as altitude. So the higher he goes, the temperature starts decreasing, which is why the mountains, peaks and the hills have a cooler temperature compared to the regions that are at sea level. This is also a reason why people prefer to go to hill stations. Hill stations like Ooty and Shimla, even in the summers, they have cool temperature. Why? Because they are located on a mountain or a hill. The fourth factor that influences climate is wind. Wind is caused by uneven heating of the atmosphere. The wind blows from cooler regions towards the hot regions. So when the wind carries the cool breeze from the cooler regions towards the hot regions, it will make the hot regions also cool. Similarly, when the winds blow from a hot region towards a cooler region, it will make that cool region warm. The last factor that influences the climate is humidity. Children, during summer days, we tend to sweat a lot. Why do you think we sweat? This happens because the atmosphere, that is the air, has a lot of water vapor in it. Why do you think the air has water vapor? Because of humidity. What is humidity? Humidity is the amount of moisture or water vapor that is present in the air or atmosphere. This humidity causes rainfall. So the regions that are near the coast, they have a humid atmosphere, whereas the regions that are far away from the coast, they do not have much of the moisture or water vapor in the air, which is why Kolkata is more humid than Delhi. That's it for today's class, children. See you in the next video.